Today we're going to be checking out the PPE transmission fluid thermal bypass valve for the 2019 to 2023 4.3 liter and 5.3 liter Silverado 1500s with the 8L90 transmission. Now if you're looking to improve that transmission cooling and prolong the life of your transmission, this upgrade is going to be a great option. It's ideal for towing, off-roading, or any high-performance application where keeping transmission temperatures in check is crucial. This thermal bypass valve is designed to eliminate the factory transmission temperature limitations, allowing fluid to circulate through the cooler at all times. Unlike the stock bypass valve, which restricts fluid until reaching a set temperature, this PPE unit ensures consistent cooling from the start, reducing the risk of overheating and excessive wear on the transmission. By maintaining a lower and more stable transmission temperature, this bypass valve improves the overall performance and longevity of that transmission. Whether you're hauling heavy loads or pushing your Silverado to the limits more frequently, this modification helps prevent heat-related transmission damage and keeps shifting smooth over time. Made from high-quality billet aluminum, this PPE thermal bypass valve is built for durability and long-term reliability. It features this precision machining for a perfect fit and corrosion-resistant coatings to withstand those harsh conditions. The direct fit design ensures a seamless replacement for the stock unit with no need for any crazy modifications, which we'll show you that install here in a minute if you stick with us. As far as the pricing goes on this unit, it's coming in right around that low $100 price range, which is a solid price for keeping your transmission healthy and operating at optimal temperatures to help prolong the healthy life of your transmission. Installation is nice and straightforward, so we're rating this one a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and you can have this installed in just 1 hour of your time. Now let's check out exactly how that process goes and how you're going to get this on your Silverado with an install video from one of our AmericanTrucks customers.
These are the tools that I used to replace the thermal bypass valve on the automatic transmission 2021 Chevy Silverado 1500 5.3 liter. Use a 3/8 ratchet, 1/2 inch wrench. Be easier if you have a gear wrench, but this will work also. A pick, a flat screwdriver, and I use an extension and a 3/8 socket. That's all I needed to replace the thermal bypass valve with the PPE one.
All right, I'm going to be putting a thermal bypass valve in the 2021 Chevy Silverado. First thing I got to do is jack it up. I'm only going to jack it up on the driver's side since that's the only side I'm going to work on. I chopped the wheels. Now I'm going to jack it up and I'm going to put a jack stand underneath it. Shake it, make sure nothing following you.
Okay, now I got the truck on jack stand, or one jack stand on the driver's side. I'm going to take this clip off here, and then I got to loosen up this bolt here. It's a size 13, and this one here I believe is a size 10. So first, grab the pick here. I'll pull this off. Of course, things don't go right when you're on your back. Let me grab a flat screwdriver. There we go. Now we're going to remove this bolt here. Get a better view. I'm just going to crack it loose. And then when I get, there we go. As soon as I get it down, I'll take it off by hand. And now I'm going to do 13 millimeter on the side. We don't want to round this off, so we got to make sure it's on there.
this bolt here, set it off to the side. I believe this should come off, and we are going to have some fluid come down, but hopefully not a whole lot. All you can do is slide it straight out. And that's how it works. Now, since we already cracked this one loose, it shouldn't be too hard to do by hand. Felt perfectly there. Now, what I'm going to do is tap on it just a little bit so we can see if we can get it out of there. The seals are actually holding it on there tight. I guess we're gonna have to put this back inside, just like that. There we go. And that's that. Let it drain out just a little bit. Get my rag. And that's that. We have this thermal valve. Okay, now I got everything set up. The other thing you have to make sure is when you take off that old block, you got to remove the old gasket. That's up in there. You can probably use it. My truck only has 36,000 miles on it, but I'm picky. I want to replace it with new ones, so just in case, so it doesn't have to leak. Now I don't have to do this all over again. Wipe it all down. I believe it's easier to put the O-rings in there. And then when you make sure when you put the O-rings in there, before you put these in there, you put transmission fluid, lube them up, grease them up. And also this thing has a magnet here, so make sure that's tightened up. I believe it's the 6 foot-pounds. So now we're gonna put this back in there. Just like that. Get the bolt here. And then this bolt here that holds the thermal bypass valve. I believe it's 14 foot-pounds. Don't quote me on that, but I believe, if I remember correctly, snug it up. And then after I got everything all done, I'm gonna come back and retorque it. Again, it doesn't have to be tight. We have to put muscle into it. Here, I'm gonna get a little bit of oil, transmission oil that's in the drain pan. Push that up like that. And this goes like that. Make sure I put it back the way I had it. Should be able to tell where the bolt's at. Yep, there's right there, a marking from the bolt that was on there. And this one here is, I believe, only 7 foot-pounds. I'm just gonna snug it up, what I think is 7 foot-pounds. And that's it. I'm gonna wipe that down. And we're gonna start it up and make sure there's no leaks.
All right, that's gonna wrap up our review and install of the PPE transmission fluid thermal bypass valve for the 2019 to 2023 4.3 liter and 5.3 liter Silverado 1500s with that 8L90 transmission. And for all things Silverado, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.